What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfire's. An absolute bombshell headline just dropped, and this according to The Wrap in an exclusive. Chris Evans sets Marvel return in Avengers Doomsday. We're going to break down and read through the entire article. We're then going to talk about a lot of the rumors that have included Chris Evans and speculate as to which characters he may be playing, because it's not a lock he's coming back as Captain America. We're breaking it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button to keep up with the content here at the channel, it automatically enters you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. So again, this just dropped from The Wrap, one of the trusted Hollywood trades, especially when it comes to Marvel scoops, under the headline that Chris Evans is returning to Marvel, and in an exclusive they go on to report, quote, Chris Evans is returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as part of the cast for Avengers Doomsday, the highly anticipated sequel that will also star Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. The Wrap has learned exclusively. Evans will be involved in some capacity, but the extent and the exact nature of his role is unknown. After sunsetting his Steve Rogers character in 2019's Avengers Endgame, Evans recently made a brief MCU return in the summer's Deadpool and Wolverine, but as his character Johnny Storm from the Fox's Fantastic Four movies, not as Captain America. The Russo brothers, who directed both Evans and Downey Jr. in Captain America Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame, are returning to do Avengers Doomsday and its sequel, Avengers Secret Wars. Doomsday is slated for release on May 1st, 2026. And of course, they conclude by saying Evans' team did not immediately respond to The Wrap's request for comment. Now, of course, we've known about Chris Evans' possible return for quite some time, and we're going to get into the possibilities because there are a ton for what roles he may be playing. But let's rewind the clock to January 14th of 2021, almost a full 4 years ago, when Justin Kroll over at Deadline dropped this headline: Captain America eyes return to the MCU. Captain America eyes return to the MCU as Chris Evans nears deal to reprise role in future Marvel project, where that headline, again, almost 4 years ago, they went on to talk about his possibility of coming back for one secret film or TV show and then a possible additional project, which from this point of view really looks like Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Now, that article seemed to imply he would be returning as Captain America, but as we wait for additional confirmation that he's returning and we speculate on what character he may be playing, I think it's important to take to heart we've now seen him as multiple roles in the MCU, so it wouldn't be any different for him to return, say, as an evil Captain America, and then as Old Man Steve Rogers in Avengers Secret Wars, basically coming back for a dual role, which is two different versions of characters. It's the Multiverse Saga. Expect this stuff to happen. Now let's start with the evil Captain America, because that has been a huge rumor over the last 2 to 3 months, according to multiple industry insiders, that since Dr. Doom looks like our Tony Stark, this may be some attempt at psychological warfare on the Avengers in order to help him defeat them to maintain Battleworld and the multiverse, and he may take that one step further by assembling across the multiverse evil versions of the characters that we've already seen in the MCU, especially the OG6, like a Hydra or evil Captain America, in an attempt to, again, play with the emotions of our now heroes who know and love versions of these characters they think, but really they just look like our Avengers. They're not the same. He may be playing a version of Hydra Steve Rogers or an evil Captain America. He may be defeated in Avengers Doomsday, but I don't think that precludes him from also coming back as Old Man Cap. Look, since day one, whenever it's been pertinent, Marvel Studios has made sure to weave in jokes about where and how Steve Rogers may still, in an ambiguous place in the universe like the moon, be Steve Rogers. They have never actually distinctly said that he has passed away, and you would imagine had Steve Rogers actually died, we would hear about it already. And we might in the upcoming Captain America Brave New World, but if there's no mention made of that, I think there's a really good chance we'll see him back as Old Man Cap, the way we did in the comics, fighting alongside our Avengers in Avengers Secret Wars. So the fact that Chris Evans is coming back for Doomsday is awesome. An evil version of Captain America would work perfectly, and even if he is again defeated during Doomsday, remember we watched Captain America fight against himself in Avengers Endgame. Wouldn't be the first time these sort of things would happen. Old Man Cap making an appearance in Secret Wars seems a lot more likely, and that would be our Steve Rogers from our continuity. Now, there is one other possibility, important to mention, although it's hard for me to believe Marvel would do this. This could be for the possibility of shooting flashback scenes, because it is much easier to fill in the blanks with specific details they need for stories and or retcon anything they may need to if they can shoot some flashback scenes that recontextualize something we didn't already know about the MCU. Now, again, I think Marvel knows better than to do this. He wouldn't be willing to come back for that as well. Chris Evans has been extremely vocal. He's only coming back if it pushes this story forward, but in the same way the gates sort of opened for these characters to return as other versions of themselves, I am sure him just showing up as Johnny Storm in the recent Deadpool and Wolverine probably made it a lot easier for him to return in a way that I also thought that after a while, several years of these actors being out of the MCU, they would definitely want to come back for another shot. And here we are. It sounds like that's exactly what's happening. Now look, I know the emotion amongst the fan base, even person to person, is sort of mixed about Robert Downey Jr. coming back in the way that he did. When you guys stop me and say hello out in the wild, I always make sure to ask how you feel about it. Everybody says the same thing. They're definitely not 100%, but I would just offer up this because I think it's important, again, context for these characters returning the way that they are and after some time. When Marvel Studios closes the Multiverse Saga, which is Avengers Secret Wars, they're going to be done with the multiverse. There's a chance that this whole multiverse trope has been going for too long and we've seen it stub its toe and or not work along the way. So I think that in the way that, yeah, it may be a little bit of a cop-out, Robert Downey Jr. back, the Russos back, now Chris Evans back, let's just go back and redo the same thing. I think it's also the last opportunity for them to do this in the context of the narrative. And so while, you may have mixed emotions about Robert Downey Jr. playing a different character, I think the reality is that if this was going to happen, this is how it was going to happen. And, 2 or 3 years from now, when Avengers Secret Wars is done, I would not suspect we'll be revisiting the multiverse in any time soon, which means all this cameo stuff, the nostalgia, the multiple versions, the variants, that all goes away. So this is the time, and I'm for it. But you guys let me know, as always, down in the comments, how you feel about all of this, and especially the news now that Captain America is returning. What role do you think Chris Evans is most likely playing? I'm all ears. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel, and we're still going to do that until the PlayStation 5 Pro comes out, then we'll switch over. We just gave one away for the finale of Agatha All Along, and we have another one coming up for the finale of What If, which goes live next season. Next year is actually going to be a banger, because we give one away with every Marvel release, and next year there's at least 6 or 7 of them. If you want to be entered to win for any of the other giveaways we do, say through the holiday season, all the same rules will always apply. It's super simple. All you got to do is be a subscriber, so hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos in the same segment we're doing here, live with my voice, and a winning comment when there is one shown on screen. So please be safe and vigilant on YouTube, really any platform. If you should get a comment from an obvious spammer using some content creator's photo trying to claim that you've won a prize, but then wants your information on third-party app, never ever give them your information. That is so unsafe. It's just a ruse. They're all just trying to get you to pay for shipping for a prize that doesn't exist. Keep in mind, no content creator, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping if you should win something. That's kind of part of the deal. It'd be hilarious if we did that. We would never do that, so please be safe and vigilant. If you should get a spam comment like that, and unfortunately, they're still all over the platform, even though they've left my channel alone for a while. If you should get a comment like that, simply report it directly to YouTube. I guarantee you that the content creator, the YouTuber, already knows, and by reporting it to YouTube, they will delete it even faster and the account. So not only has the comment gone from the page and you're helping that content creator out, but everywhere they've commented across YouTube will also now be gone. You're really just doing the entire YouTube community a service. The best way to keep up with the content at the channel has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking out my music, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.